Ooh. Oh, hey guys, how's it going? Shion Jeremy Sipes here, and it's Friday, so I wanted to have a little bit of fun with you guys. And I get asked a lot because obviously I do it enough for people to see. But how do you balance things on your nose? Well, one, it comes down to practice. Two, you got to be focused. And then three, some of it's a little bit of luck. But if you practice, you guys can do it too, okay? So first, grab your padded weapon or something soft like this. Now, of course, that part's not as soft, but this part is. So I want to use something that's not going to hurt me. This is one of the things that I use when learning this skill the most, so I wouldn't get injured and stuff like that. So please don't use anything that's going to hurt you, okay? So a couple of things when working on our balance, especially with things like our nose. We want to try and keep the surface that the object is balancing on as still and steady as possible, okay? So if this was on the end of my fingertip, and the padded weapon started to bounce up and down, it's going to be really hard to control coming back down. So same thing in my nose. I don't want a lot of movement. So when I'm moving, I'm going to bend my knees. I'm going to maybe roll my shoulders and use my core, but I don't want my head to go up and down a lot, okay? So the next thing that I want to do is I want to look at the end of whatever I'm balancing, not the part that's next to my nose. Because if I look at that, this is what it does. That's not helpful, okay? If I'm looking at my nose, I'm trying to balance, I'm going cross-eyed, and I'm going to get dizzy. It's going to make it a lot harder to see, okay? So look at the end. Look off into the distance a little bit, okay? It's going to be a little easier to control. So what you're going to do, start off slow, guys. Start off slow. So I'm going to take the end of that padded weapon, I'm going to put it right on the edge of my nose. Now notice, my head is forward. This isn't going to work. Okay, it's just going to slip right off. Everyone's got a different shaped nose, I get that. Okay, you're going to have to find what works best for you, but I've been able to do this on my chin, my cheek, my forehead. It's mainly about just finding the right balance point, okay? So we're going to put the end of that right on my nose. I'm going to point the end straight up. Now, the first couple of tries, I might need to like guide it, okay? But now what I'm going to try and do is that if it does start to tip a little bit, I'm going to try and get my nose back under the center, okay? So if it starts to tip this way, I'm going to try and get my body to where it's under. Now, if it's too far, I'm never going to get it. It's too far. So micro adjustments, but watch. I'm just going to put it on straight. I'm going to find that balance point. And notice that I'm kind of moving under the end of the snord rather than trying to make it move. So I'm adjusting to the end up there. Okay, so the end I'm trying to keep as still as possible. And then I'm trying to keep the bottom connected, and that's where I'll move. But the end of the snort or the padded weapon up here wants to stay as still as possible. Anyways, if you guys get a chance to practice this, send us your submissions. I want to see if you guys can balance your stick or your padded weapon on your nose just like I can. Anyways, thanks for tuning in to this fun Friday, guys. We'll see y'all next week.
We hope you enjoyed today's video and will tune in to more. Every time someone subscribes to our channel, a Bob somewhere gets arms. Help out this poor dummy. Subscribe now! Have you subscribed yet?